Alright, so I've redrawn this uptrending line of support as a zone of support. I originally had it as a zone of support, but I just redrew it as a line to keep down the clutter. But now with that, we're trading down here within the zone again. I've redrawn this, but you can see here that it is touching the bottom, the middle, as well as the top throughout this range. The only problem with this, as I mentioned before, is we've tested it so many times throughout these couple months here that it might not hold up here this time, but that doesn't mean we can't find support at the bottom of it, kind of like when we did back here and here. The only problem with that is it's quite a big range here. You can see that that's another 7% drop from current price action. And if we actually draw the fib retracement from this low here, I notice something pretty interesting. If we go to the smaller time frames, you can see a perfect touch here, 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 pretty much here. This is the low that I drew it off of, here, 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 so on and so forth. So think how this is drawn will probably best reflect the price action, especially if we continue further down. But you can also see that the 1618 level on the fib is pretty much right at the bottom of this. So we could very well have a continuation all the way down to around 36,000 before seeing a bounce again. The only problem I really have with that is we'll be breaking these lows back here, which wouldn't be great because we'll likely test them as resistance on the way back up. One thing I will say it has going for it is the fear and greed index is updated to 20 today. Now, in the past, when we get in these extreme fear territories, 20 and below, we usually have a bounce, or at least the bottom, or the temporary bottom is near. This can only go to 0, and we're very close to 0 at this point. But that doesn't mean, we can continue further down to 36 and maybe see something like 10 or 15 tomorrow. So we could very well see a bounce here at around the $39,000 to $40,000 range. If we fail 39,000, we could very well come down to the 38K range around here, which would be the midpoint of this uptrending zone of support. And finally, if we fail that, our last hope is around 36K. And if we fail 36K, we're going to have to start talking a lot lower prices, probably down in the 30K region. If we do manage to get a bounce here, I'd really like to see us move above the 618 again. But really, until we see a bounce from one of these levels here, I'm not going to really talk too much about the potential upside. Pretty much this red box we need to break, as well as this previous high, if we want to see a move to new all-time highs. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so, as I try to post content daily. And as always, this is not financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one.